got Riley S. coming in, says, Levi, back when you started Hawk's Detail, Masters of Shine, what things you do to stand out in your local market and become the local expert, become a local expert, local expert?
I was already technically the local expert.
No, Levi, what did you do to get there?
I didn't do anything.
But what did you do?
So
there was a lot of build before you even got to Masters of Shine.
Were you just
were doing
born
other stuff before that?
The Master of Shine?
Well,
some say.
Levi, it's not like you were born in a detailing situation, right? Like, it wasn't like you came from detailers.
Yeah, I was.
What? Like, your parents detailed?
Yeah.
But, Levi, you weren't born in a situation where you were literally, being not conceived. I'm sorry, that's the wrong word.
You never know. I probably was.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You weren't like in a situation where maybe your mother was in labor and then you were driving to the hospital and your dad's like, oh no, you got to get out of the car. I got to clean up this car.
Yeah, no, that's what happened.
So you really were born as the Master of Shine.
So when I came into this world, my dad had originally just finished. So here's what happened, Dane. My dad had a red Datsun.
No, I've heard this story multiple times.
Little red Datsun 4-door. Driving my mom to the hospital, water breaks. Car's 2 months old.
Oh wow, brand new car.
Brand new car, all over the carpet, all over the seat. My dad drops her off at the hospital, says, "I gotta go take care of this."
Sorry, honey. Bye.
Heads up, a brand new car. You would know exactly how you feel.
I know this feeling. Yeah.
You're gonna let that car sit in the parking lot for the next 24 hours?
Absolutely not.
That's what's gonna happen. It's February.
Not. Okay, not the heat.
But either way, it's gonna either freeze.
It's gonna settle in.
It's gonna sit or it's gonna freeze. So drops her off at St. Luke's, hauls butt down Broadway, gets to the Dirty Harry's car wash, uses one of their wet dry vacs, sucks everything up.
Dirty Harry wet dry suck. I've heard enough.
Shampoos the carpets and upholstery in the car. Heads back as he's walking in. As he's walking into the hospital, my grandparents are there. His parents hand him a milkshake, chocolate malt, from West Side Drive-In.
Wow, this is the most Boise story I've ever heard.
My dad walks in, drinking that chocolate malt from West Side Drive-In. My mom's like, I thought you said you were going to fix the car.
A little help here.
Having a milkshake, huh? Must be nice.
Oh,
yeah.
My grandmother walks in behind her. I have her tattooed right here on my wrist. She goes, "I got you one too, sweetie."
Wow.
Hands her one. My mom's like, "Oh, that was from you guys? Okay, cool." So
I think a Noah in our bath might have been more sanitary.
Pretty much. So here's the deal, though. So I've been in the same city detailing cars since I was 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So when I opened my shop, I was 31. I'd been doing it for about 16 years. But what I had was 10 years. I knew all the detailers in the city. I knew all the dealers in the city, the car dealers. They all knew who I was, and they knew the shop that I came from. So when I opened my own shop, I took a little more time because the previous shop that I worked at, I didn't have a lot of time to talk to everybody.
Right.
What I did was I made time to actually go say hi to a lot of these folks, to go visit, to take donuts to their location, to just say, "Hey guys, don't know if you know this, but I opened my own shop. Here's my card. Let me know." Honestly, it was donuts.
You were networking.
I literally went down and just got a bunch of different dozen donuts from a nice donut shop, not the grocery store. I went to DK's, went to Pastry Perfection.
You got to try a little.
Picked up some nice donuts. Put my business card on the top of that, or a stack of business cards, and I'd walk into the dealership, say hi to the guy that I knew, hang out and just tell him, "Hey man, here's what I'm doing. If you got any work, let me know. Here's what I'm doing."
A little secret that goes a lot further than just walking in and go, "Hey, I can do a better job than this other guy can on your cars."
All I did was stop in to say hi to my friends.
Right.
That's it.
That you grew up with most cases.
That I grew up with and worked with in most cases.
Yeah.
A cynic would say you walked in with ulterior motives.
I did have an ulterior motive.
But you were, and you did.
I wanted to get that account, or I needed work.
You were trying to get that bread.
Yeah, and so I'm paying for it with some bread.
Well,
and I just went around.
He paid in some dough in order to make some
exactly.
bread.
So point is, I just went around. I went and hit my accounts and the people that I knew and the people that I wanted to work with, and I reached out to them by dropping off donuts and visiting them face to face. I didn't make phone calls. I didn't do any of that. Now, retail customers, that was through Facebook.
Right.
Retail customers, I went through Facebook. For becoming an expert, I was already the guy that was already asking the questions that a lot of people weren't. I was also working with Tom from MVP, who owns Buff Bright, who owns Buff Bright currently, and For Real. He was my guy on the truck, and so I talked to him. So when another detailer would have a question, Tom was the guy telling him, well, if I don't know the answer, we could talk to Levi and see if he knows. Levi knows that kind of stuff. Speak of the devil, Dennis Davis calling.
I know, but we got to
So
we got to
anyway,
keep going.
that's the point. So
Wow.